This is the Harbor Freight Central Pneumatic brand, 1/4 inch by 25 foot self-coiling air hose. This one is made out of polyurethane, and it's orange in color. I think it's about $6, $7 or so, and it's item 47, or if you have to be specific, 00047. You've all seen these things, but most often you've seen them in yellow like this. These here are made out of nylon, and they stretch, they work, but the problem is if you go and try to bend this here, it's very, very stiff, so it stays in that coil. And that's fine, and it works great for what it is. The problem you will have is in time, the fitting end over here will snap because the nylon dries out and it'll just shear off, and then you got an open air line on your hands, so especially if it shears over at the other end over here. Now these come in the kits they sell with all different air fittings and that, and if you're just starting out, these are fine, but really if you want a coiled air hose, definitely upgrade to the polyurethane one. It's really a lot nicer, and I have one out of the package right over here. Okay, the first thing you'll notice is it's really, really flexible as opposed to this thing, which really just wants to kind of stay in its coiled state like that. But this one is like really, really flexible and dances all over the place. And it's bendy as well, because if you take it right over here, you can see I can actually flex that quite a bit, where the other one, I'm actually scared to do so. So this is really nice, and it stretches out really nice and long, especially if you have the end tied down, but it comes with no fittings. So generally the appropriate fittings are going to be these here, which is going to be you know, female threads on each one, okay? And these of course are made in China, and the Harbor Freight numbers are 68171 and 172, and this of course fits inside of that, and you put one at one end and one at the other end, just like I have on here. Now obviously this I've had around for quite some time, so that fitting is in by no means in good shape, nor is that one, because this has actually lived outside for quite a while. But anyways, I happen to have a brass one on hand at the time. You don't need that. The aluminum colored one like this is fine. So we're going to go ahead and put these fittings on this hose, and I got a couple more to build. And once we do that, I'll show you how it all works. Okay, we're all set here. Now you are going to want to put some Teflon tape on this guy. So we'll get that situated here. And the way you wrap this is as follows. You want to watch the direction in which you're going to be screwing the fitting on. So I'm turning that, as you would see it, in a clockwise direction. So you want to wrap the tape in that same direction as such. So we'll give it, 2 or 3, maybe 4 wraps, something like that. Keep it tight, keep it taut. I'm not the best at doing this. I've done a few in my time, but not that many. And then break it off. Put that aside. Clean up any errant strands that may be on there. And now go ahead and screw the fitting on. And that's what you end up with. Now I'm going to tighten that down with a wrench, a couple of adjustable wrenches, one on this surface here and one on the fitting, until it's nice and snug, and I'll do the same with the other end with this piece here, and then we'll try it out. Okay, now we have those tightened up, and you will see a little bit, I don't want to wrench them down too far because you'll end up cracking these things. I mean, they are made in China after all, so you do want to be somewhat careful. You'll see a little bit of the thread seal and Teflon tape left there. That's fine. Same on this end, but remember, like I showed you, this end swivels like that. So, I mean, the tool should actually swivel in there, so I don't know if I really should have done that way, but whatever, that's how I did it. I'll do the rest the same way. I have like 2 or 3 of these, so I'll just do that. And anyway, I have in the distance there, just bring the camera up, the little Harbor Freight 3-gallon pancake compressor. So we'll plug this guy in. You'll notice also in the background I have glue gun. You're going to need that for the stuff that's left on the fittings after you take the sticker off. Unfortunately, they can't use the right kind of adhesive, so that's just how it is. And we'll see if we can get this plugged in. Whoop. There we go. I don't hear any leaks. You could spray that with something or whatever. But just to give you an idea of how far this actually goes, I don't know how far in feet this is, but you can see it's spread way out, and you would never be able to do that with this guy. So all in all, it's a pretty nice hose, and it gives you quite some distance, especially with the compressor being heavy like that. So this is definitely an upgrade if you were planning on getting the yellow hose. If you just need a short distance to connect something, maybe, but definitely spend the extra $1 or $2 and get the nice hose like this. You'll definitely be much better off. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Take care.